Howdy lovelies, how are you all doing? Welcome back to our crafting, where we learn, grow and craft together. In this session today, yes, we're working still on Christmas crafts and in fact a Christmas card. Now for me, and please, I'm not dissing anybody, those people that are making those wondrous Christmas cards or whatever card for any occasion, well done to you all. I really admire all your work. But this channel is for the beginner. We might not have all the tools and all the things that we need to make those wondrous cards that you are creating. And I must add, you all make it look so easy. Yes, aspiring to be that good. We will get there one day. So in the meantime, we still need to make Christmas cards. So let's jump right into it. For today's one, I'm going to use a 6x6 card with some pattern paper, some green cardstock, I think, to frame it. And let's see where this is taking us. Like I said, it shouldn't always be very difficult. Now a 6x6 card, that's about 15 centimeters, 15 by 15. I'm going to cut this down a little bit shorter than that. In other words, at about 11. Let me just line it up with the line on top and the one at the bottom, and we're going to then slice it down again. We can just measure this, lining it up so that we do it straight, because I always get this wrong. I always do. So just there, line it up with the one at the bottom. If you have a paper trimmer, of course it will be easier. Maybe that's something you can put on your Christmas wish list, and you know that I will not be throwing that out. So we've got this card, we can add that. Now I want to add this poinsettia, we can add that there, and I think I want to have a different color in there, so I'll start with this, just making sure that this opens up right way. You know by now that I cut my own card blanks. You can use whatever glue, you can use double-sided tape, liquid glue. I prefer glue stick when I am adding glue to printed paper. If you have your own paper from a paper pack or a stack, you can use that by all means, and just more or less position it like that, just lifting the edges to see if I put proper glue on it. And as usual, I did not. This one is lifting up by itself, making my work easy to see that it is actually lifting up. And then the last one here, just that bit of TLC. And then the idea is to get that other color in here, dark green, and I want it a bit smaller. I just want to measure this across just to get an idea. So 4, so I need to cut this 4.5 inches. So I'm going to use some, it's like a lime green color cardstock. Oh, my little piles are busy tumbling down on me here. And yes, a paper cutter would have been a whole lot easier. Now I just want to grab a pencil just to help me along with this process. I might be out of view for you. Let's adjust this. So that will be 6x6. There, and the corner. There we go. We'll put that one side. Now, I'm going to risk this and cut directly. If it's smaller, it's smaller. So just to line this up so that I don't cut it skew, more or less, I'm going to cut it like there. It would help if I move this up and line it up properly. That way I know I'm not cutting this skew. So I think about there. then this way. And for this one, we'll get that sorted. If it's too small, then it is just that, too small. If it's too big, we can trim it. So that is definitely too big. So let's measure this in a proper way. So we said about 4.5. So I'm going to measure this 4.5. Oh, that's a whole lot smaller. A whole lot. Luckily this won't be wasted. And then from this side as well. Let's do that one first, because I am getting myself confused at this point, and probably you too. Just line up the lines so that that is sorted. This one is not lined up properly. And that's the one side that can easily be used. And now that side was from there, so now we have to do it from this side. So I was on the right track. I just doubted myself unnecessarily. There we go. So make sure that is lined up, and then read from this side. Need the eraser. There's a little mark on there. I don't know where it comes from. Now, I wanted it at an angle, but it's okay. We can now just angle the poinsettia. So I'm going to add this cardstock. Just move that into the view. I just want to make sure I've got glue to the very edge of this. And that's why I move it away from the card, so that I don't accidentally smear glue on the card. Move that a tiny little bit, and that's why I still like glue stick. It gives you that bit of maneuverability. And just clean the workspace. Yes, it makes a mess first, but soon it is dry and ready to use again. Now for the flower. We have to add a bit of bling to this. We have to add a bit of bling. We can center this off and maybe add our sentiment at the bottom. So let's see, what do we want to add here? Just the season. Let's do that. Just the season. I think a bit of black ink should do the trick. So black archival ink should work perfectly fine. We can off-center this a little bit. You can put some bling in there. You can put this in the middle and just there, or you can, it's really up to you. I would want it there, so let's do this. I will just put this a little bit off and then the stamping at the bottom. So I'm first going to do the stamping, and then I'm going to glue down the poinsettia. Remember, put ink to the stamp. And just don't drop it. Do you know how many times I had dropped a stamp? And that was totally out of view for you. I am so sorry. Now just to add the flower, and now we can decide where we want to position that. Do you want to have the leaves of the poinsettia, or do you want to have the actual leaves? The petals or the leaves? What would that be? You can move that a little bit to this side or there. You can still have that. The middle, you decide. I kind of like it this way. So adding some glue. Yes, you can use dimensionals if you want, which is just double-sided tape. I know in some countries you get the ones that are pre-cut. I find it quite frustrating to work with them because sometimes they are just not, the backing is just not, coming off for you to glue it down. I'll just put some glue on these ends. You could use a pin to lift this if you so wish. Just the side as well. And then we just have to add a bit of bling just to have some bling. I mean, how can we make a Christmas card without some bling on it? Maybe some diamantes or something. Let's see what we have somewhere here on the workbench. Just a bit. I see there's a bit of glue. Quickly just rub that. Then it is done. I like that already. Now some bling. I love to use the self-adhesive diamantes. And please excuse my fingers are now black. I want to just add 1 or 2 there. I mean 1 or 3 in the middle. And yes, a tweezer would have worked perfectly well. I have misplaced mine, so I have no clue where it is at this very moment. And it is such a pretty color as well. Just a few there. And it's stuck to my fingers. So in the middle, and maybe 1 or 2 that side. Just be careful not to snap your fingers. I had done that a few times. Just a few, and maybe 1 or 2 at the bottom as well. It's Christmas after all. You can add some glitter if you have, if that is your sort of thing. With a bit of glue or some gold leaf, silver leaf, whatever you maybe have at your disposal. Just the season. There we have it. A beautiful little card. Quick picture, bit of paper, and it is ready for you to gift to somebody. Thank you for joining me. Go try and make some sort of a Christmas card for yourself that you can gift somebody. It's always a great thing to be able to gift somebody something that you have made yourself. If you want to see more content like this, give me a thumbs up. And as always, I'll appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel too. And of course, you can always share my videos with your friends. See you back soon. Goodbye.